Hi, for this video I'm going to do Unit M2. This is for the CCEA exam board and it's January 2019. So for this question, question 1, it says how many vertices has the podium? Now vertices is the corners really of this cuboid. So what we're looking at is cuboid has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 corners in that cuboid. So that means it has 8 vertices. For question B, it says what is the area of the base of the podium? So the base of the podium is a rectangle. So to get the area of a rectangle, it's length times width. So we're multiplying 80 times 75, which is 6,000 centimeters squared. Question C, it says, what is the volume in meters cubed of the podium? Now for this one, the volume of a cuboid is length times width times height. And for these ones, it's 80 times 75 times 60. But in the question, it says meters cubed, and these dimensions are in centimeters. So we have to change those centimeters into meters, which is 0.8 times 0.75 times 0.6. And then when we multiply those three numbers together, we should get 0.36 meters cubed. So this particular question, it says 8 leaders and 143 members of Youth Club go by bus to a bowling alley. The Beza Bus Company has buses for hire that hold 32 passengers each. How many buses will the youth club need to hire? So the very first thing you would do is to find out how many members are going. So you would do 143 plus 8 equals 151. So that would be the amount of members that are going on this trip. And we have 151 divided by 32 as there's 32 passengers that can go into one bus. So for how many 32s fit into 151 would be 4.71875. So therefore you would need 5 buses to actually take those people here. So that would be 5 buses. So how many spare seats will there be altogether? Very first thing to do is you times the 5 times 32. So that's 5 buses times the 32 passengers that each holds, which is 160. So the buses can hold a maximum of 160 people. Next step is basically just doing 160 take away 151 because 151 is the amount of people going, and then we have 9 spare seats left. So for question C, it says each bus costs £140 to hire. The cost is split equally between the members. The leaders do not pay. How much does each member need to pay to cover the cost of hiring the buses? So for the first step, we would have to do 5 times 140. So that's 5 buses at £140 each. So the total cost of the buses would be £700. We take this £700 and we divide it by 143 because there's 143 members that are going to pay for this. So when we do 700 divided by 143, we get 4.89510, which then if we change it to pounds and pence, we should get £4.90. Okay, for question 3, the average monthly temperatures in Colorado during the ski season are shown below. So it gives you all the temperatures for these months. Which month was the warmest? So as you can see, the warmest month was April, which was -5. What was the difference in temperature between the warmest and coldest months? So the warmest is April, and the coldest month was January. So the difference in temperature here between -15 and -5 would be 10 degrees. Okay, for question 4, it says the hourly rates of pay for some jobs in a warehouse are shown below. So they've got these warehouse associate, warehouse worker, health and safety officer, picker, and it says for question A, work out the mean of these 4 hourly rates. So to work out the mean, what you would have to do is add all these up, which we've done here. So that adds up to £33.84, £33.84. The next step is you would divide by how many there is. So we've added them up, and then we see that there's 4 people here. So then we do £33.84 divided by 4, which is £8.46. So the mean is £8.46. So the next one, it says, what is the range of the hourly rates? So to get the range, it's the biggest take away the smallest. So the biggest number is £9.94 and the smallest number was £7.59. So when we take them away, it's £2.35. So that is the range. So for question 5, it says, work out the size of the missing angle in each of the diagrams. Now you can see this is a straight line and it's split with that line there. So these 2 angles should add up to 180 degrees. So what we do is do 180, take away 132, which would give you 48 for the missing angle there. So for question B, we have to find the missing angle of this one. So what we've got around a point here is 360. One of the angles is a right angle, so we add up these angles here. So it's 88 plus 31 plus 90, which is 209. And because angles around a point is 360, we do 360 take away 209 equals 151. So that is your missing angle, 151. So question C, we've got 2 lines crossing one another. Now the missing angle there would be 24, and that is because they are vertically opposite. So for question 6, it's simplify. 9a take away 5a plus 2a, so it's collecting like terms. And it's basically just 9 take away 5 plus 2 for that one. So it's 6a. Question B is solve. So to solve this, we divide 4 on each side. So that'll be 60 divided by 4 is 15, or 4 times 15 is 60. For question C, it's something take away 4 equals 9. And what you've got is 13 take away 4 is equal to 9. For question 7, Brian hired some equipment. There was a fixed charge of £45 plus a hire fee of £13.50 per day. He paid £274.50 in total. How many days did he hire the equipment for? So the first step is you would take the fixed charge away from the price, from the total. So it's £274.50, take away the fixed charge, which is 45, which gives you £229.50. And then we divide that with the £13.50 per day. So we put that as a fraction, £229.50 divided by £13.50. This just determines how many of these £13.50 fit into £229.50. And it fits in 17 times, so that means it is going to be 17 days. For question 8, it says Dodds Ice Cream sold 4 sizes of ice cream tubs. The owner wants to see a pie chart showing the number of tubs sold. So basically, all these angles are missing here. To work out these angles, first of all, we have to add our frequency up, and we find that that is 120. Because it's 360 in a pie chart, or around a point, then we do 360 divided by 120, which gives you 3 degrees. So the first step is to add your frequency. Second step is to do 360 divided by your total frequency. And then we start to multiply 3 degrees with each one of these. So these are your angles that you would use in your pie chart, and this is how you would construct it using a protractor. For question B, when you look at this table here, all you can see is like 50 is one lot of 50, which is 50, two lots of 34, which is 68. So basically all you're doing is just timesing them together. So this one here is 3 lots of 24, which is 72, and 10 lots of 12, which is 120. And then we just add them up to get the total. Question 9, it says place a digit from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each box to make a true statement. Now this is a BODMAS question. So what you're looking at is getting the multiplication done first and then adding. So when we look at this one, we can take 4 and 5 from those numbers and multiply them together. So 4 times 5 is 20, and then add 1. So for question 10, it says complete the table below for y equals 5x take away 4. So this is a straight line graph. It's drawing lines. So for the first part, you'll see there's 2 blank sections there. So to get that one, what you need to do is use this formula, or the y equals 5x take away 4, and just replace it, substitute the -1 where the x is. So it's 5 times -1 take away 4, and that should give you your answer of -9. Then the next one is just substitute the 2 in where the x is, and it'll be 5 times 2 is 10, take away 4 is 6. So that should give you your y coordinate of that one. And then what you do is just plot your points and draw your line. So it's going to be -2, -14. So -2, -14 is this one here. -1, -9 is this one. 0, -4, and so on. You just plot your points and draw your line. So this one deals with front elevations and side elevations. So you can see like this front elevation is just these ones here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 at the top. So it's as if you're standing in front of this, and all you can see when you look from that side is basically just those 4 at the bottom and 2 at the top, and that's what you draw. From this side elevation, it's as if you're standing at the side of this, and then you can think about what you can see from that. You can see 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top left, and that's what's been drawn there.